Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. I'm so happy you're here, Bindu. And today the topic is empowering womanhood. And people always ask what defines a woman. So, is it her career, her family, her strength, her sacrifice? You know, but the truth is that women cannot be defined as one single role, right? So there are different roles for women to handle. So every woman's journey is unique, and that's why it makes it so beautiful. So here we have Bindu, who is a childbirth educator and also a menstrual educator. And the thing is that we were schoolmates, and like I said, the world is too small, and we are back again for this journey again. And over to you, Bindu. I just want you to tell me how you came into this field, what made you take this, and your journey through this.
Mm. Thank you, Sunaina. Thank you for having me here. So it's really
My
good to
pleasure.
catch up with you after very, very long.
Yeah.
It's been quite a gap, but still, as you said, small world, we meet up in different ways for different opportunities. So this is one such opportunity. Thank you for that. So to introduce myself, yes, my name is Bindu. I'm actually a engineering graduate who was working in the software field but did not want to continue there. I turned into a teacher for my passion of learning and teaching with kids. So after that, my pregnancy journey 7 years ago changed my life and my career altogether. So my personal pregnancy journey, and the pregnancy journeys around me that I had very close look of, like for my sister, cousins, friends, that entirely changed my perspective about pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. So because of that, it pushed me to change my career to become a certified childbirth educator. I'm a CAPA certified childbirth educator who particularly helps people to get certified and learn about helping women and the families to have smooth pregnancies uh, and postpartum journeys and help during birth as well. So that is how I became a childbirth educator. So it's been 4 years that I've done my certification, and I've been helping a lot of women and their families to have smooth pregnancy journeys, to help them prepare for labor, and also to prepare them for parenthood. So that's what I've been doing. And I have a 7-year-old daughter. So because of her, I wanted to learn about menstrual education. So with that thought in mind, I became a certified menstrual educator from Menstrupedia, who create comic books about menstruation, puberty for both boys and girls, and also other life skill books.
Oh,
So
nice.
I've been going around helping in schools, both government schools and private schools, to help younger girls who unfortunately are getting their first periods as early as 6 and 7. So,
Mm.
trying to help them and the parents prepare for the menstrual journey ahead. So, this is what I've been doing. So, it gives me immense pleasure to work with kids again, and also parents who are preparing themselves for a new journey. So that's what I do. So I teach them about pregnancy journeys, help them with the discomforts. I teach them prenatal yoga. We also prepare them for labor through labor preparation workshops. We prepare both the women and the partners. We'll also prepare them for postpartum care as to how they can take care of themselves and the newborn. So this is what we do in the workshops and classes. Um, so that's it. So as you mentioned about womanhood, I feel once when we talk about enhancing womanhood, I feel pregnancy is one of the major important life phases that comes into mind.
Very true.
So we have a lot of things that we think about, and there are a lot of important decisions that we need to take during the time. So I feel pregnancy and birth is one such important phase to help women to think, decide, and have an informed life about themselves.
Yeah. Very true. I mean, your journey is also very inspiring. So, tell me more about, how do you go about your workshops? Like, you have a place where you do a workshop, or is it online? How does it work?
So my workshops and classes happen online and offline simultaneously. I have an offline place in Bangalore in Gandhi Bazaar, which is called as Madilu. So even my organization goes with the name Madilu. So in Kannada, we know the meaning of Madilu. So I
Yeah,
wanted it to be that meaningful.
correct.
So it goes on online and offline because not everybody can travel during their pregnancy
Pregnancy.
time because of their work commitments or medical history and all that. Um, and people overseas also join for the classes. So it is an easy connect for us. So it happens simultaneously, online and
And
offline.
offline. Yeah.
Yes, that happens. So regular classes, yoga classes, we will have it weekly. Like we have regular classes weekly 3 times in a week, and workshops we schedule it on the weekend so that the couples and the parents can come in at their scheduled time.
Okay. That's very nice. We will, maybe we can put out the details for everybody later on at the end, right? So we'll do that. And
Okay.
like when we said empowering womanhood, what is your, you already mentioned, but apart from that, do you have anything else like educational, personal growth? We have different areas to cover on, right? So what do you think about that?
Yes. In my opinion, to enhancing womanhood, they need to have good education. They need to have the right to, improve themselves, physical improvement, societal uh, growth, financial independence. So
Emotional.
all these I feel enhances definitely emotional support, women supporting other women.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's all a great boost to womanhood.
true.
But for me, most important for me is, according to me, is to allow the women to take their informed decisions about their lives and their bodies.
Correct.
Because when we come to the point, we see that most of the women do not have a choice to make a decision about their bodies, especially when they have to get pregnant, or
Yeah,
at which age, or if they want to carry on the pregnancy or not. Even to have a simple. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but even if a woman decides not to continue with the pregnancy
correct.
for any reason for that matter,
Yeah.
she still needs to get an acknowledgement or permission from the partner or the husband. Doctors still now need their permission for that. So I don't think women are still in that stage where they can make
Take the
informed
decision.
decisions about
Yeah,
their bodies. So I feel that is one important aspect
yeah.
to think about.
Very true. I mean, I think that she's a main person, right, for the journey. And I think mentally, physically, emotionally, she has to be more prepared than anybody else, I feel.
Right.
So I think that's a very good point there. Have you ever gone through, I mean, have you ever got any cases like this? Have you been,
Um, yes, not regarding the abortion or something, but during labor,
oh,
like in-laws, still people still think women are responsible for having a certain gender of the
yeah,
baby. They are like, you were not able to get me a boy baby. You are giving me girl babies. Still, they do not know that the gender is decided by the male.
yes,
So, and also during birth, they insist on getting her a vaginal birth. But there are certain medical conditions which do not allow the women to go through vaginal birth.
correct.
So it is okay when we have the medical, advancement that it helps us to keep the baby and the mother safe. Still, there are people who push you to go through vaginal birth, even
Yeah,
when it's not possible.
correct.
And especially after birth, there is so many things
Mm.
that women gets taunted upon, for example, for breastfeeding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Even if she's not able to breastfeed, she's not allowed to use the breast pump, or even giving formula is being shamed
yeah,
upon. Uh, you know, you need to be a certain shape and size to give a certain birth. So all these things are still being talked upon.
Yeah.
So it
And
is
certain
like,
rituals and traditions are
yes,
still
yes,
being so,
absolutely.
yeah,
Nowadays they are getting awareness, but they are not still able to completely give into it,
yeah,
because I feel our generation, we are like stuck between the previous traditional
very true.
practices and the modern practices.
Very true.
We need the advantages of both, but we don't know how to balance them. Definitely, there are something good things about the traditional practices, but you need to learn the techniques, the
Yeah,
right way of doing it, so that it is beneficial for us.
correct.
So there are definitely many people still come in with all these questions, and it's really sad that even in this generation that we need to talk about this,
Yeah,
but definitely there's slow change coming in.
correct. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so when it comes to your journey, would you want to share something about your own journey? Because I think that was the
Um,
one that inspired you to come into this field, right? So can you please share about your experience?
Definitely. So, as I mentioned, I had my pregnancy journey 7 years ago. Just before I conceived with my daughter, I had a miscarriage. So, again, people don't openly talk about miscarriages. We
Yes,
don't know the reasons. Even many a times, the doctors wouldn't know the reason, but
correct.
still, it is looked down upon.
Yes,
That importance of emotional support that you need during that time is
yeah.
still lacking, but still you are talked upon like it's a sin or something. So that happened.
Mm.
Fortunately, I had good support in form of my parents or in-laws. Even my husband was quite supportive at that time.
Mm.
And immediately I did get, I did get a positive result. I conceived with my daughter. Fortunately, I had a very smooth pregnancy journey. I did not have any discomfort for that matter. I used to still go and ask the doctors, I'm not feeling any of these, like they show in movies, like I'm
Yeah.
not feeling that puke sensation, nausea. No. She was like, you should be happy that you do not have
Yeah.
these signs. I was like, am I really pregnant? I don't have these signs. So
Yeah.
that was my first, inclination, because what we see
Yeah.
is what we think that happens to us.
Correct.
So that was the thing. And one more thing I want to mention is 1 year before I got pregnant, my sister, my twin sister, she got
Yeah.
pregnant.
Mm.
So she delivered her baby. So but her journey was the first journey that I saw very close by.
Okay.
So, but hers was quite a traumatic journey, is what I
Mm.
can say. She was vomiting through and through the 9 months. She
Okay.
still used to work all the 9 months. She used to
Mm.
travel. She used to work. She used to walk a lot, but she had so much food aversion. She couldn't eat
Mm.
most of the food items. But labor was something that changed. She had a very short labor. By the time she went from home thinking that it is painful, that the labor pains have kicked in, she went to the hospital. She was already completely fully dilated and she was ready to give birth.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
something changed. So during the delivery process, there was some medical emergency, and some issue happened where she suffered after the delivery for almost 3 years. She
Oh.
had a condition called as fistula, where
Yeah.
her poop and urine used to leak without her knowledge. Uh, because she was not aware that why this was happening, she
Mm.
ignored it completely. So she used to bleed a lot. Her
Yeah.
periods were quite painful all the
Painful.
time. So that is what I had seen during her pregnancy journey. So it
Uh,
took me almost a year to convince myself that this is, it doesn't happen to everyone. It is
correct.
not the same for everyone. I
Yeah.
don't have to face all these even if I have to conceive. So that gave me a little strength. So after that, uh, she recovered from it. But as I said, her journey was quite traumatic. So 1 year later, when I became pregnant, fortunately it was very smooth. The doctor that I found was very good. And also I have to mention this, that my husband's father, so he has a genetic condition called as RP, retinitis pigmentosa. So
Okay.
he cannot see. He is visually challenged. So
Okay.
that is come down from generations. So
Hmm.
again,
There you are.
relatives around started
Yeah.
speaking about, it will pass on to our child.
Correct.
It might get passed on and all that, but we knew how the genetics pass on. It passes on from women to women.
Correct.
So since I didn't have that defective gene, it wouldn't pass on to my child
Correct.
for any matter. So that gene got cut off with my father-in-law, fortunately, and it hasn't passed on. But
Okay.
still, relatives poke
Yeah.
their nose, telling that this might come out, it might pass on, and all that. But the doctor was very assuring. She answered all our concerning questions.
Hmm.
She gave us time. That was very good. And she conducted these childbirth classes for me, which I was not aware of it till then.
Okay.
Then she suggested me to go for prenatal yoga.
Hmm.
I went, did yoga for almost 5 months. It helped me a lot. Even though, even my own mother, she was like, why do you want to go do yoga? It is not, it doesn't help you during pregnancy. In pregnancy, you have to eat, sleep, rest.
Yeah.
That was
That's
her
the only
mantra.
thing. Yeah.
But yes, and doctor was clear. As long as you're okay, as long as the baby is doing okay, I will tell you to do everything.
Yeah.
So I did prenatal yoga. I attended her childbirth classes, which helped me prepare for labor.
Okay.
So that was how I understood that there are workshops, there are people who can help us to prepare labor. Because for me, I'm a person where I will run away from hearing the word hospital. So being that phobic to going into hospital, being in the hospital and being in labor for almost 36 hours, it
Wow.
helped me stay calm without an epidural, without medication. I did have a smooth vaginal birth. So
That's
what
very nice.
helped me was this prenatal yoga, of course, helped me physically. Emotionally, my husband was there because he knew how to help me. And
Correct.
also, the childbirth classes prepared me for coping the pain, for the massaging techniques that we do, exercises that we do. So that definitely helped. So after giving birth, uh, then I started thinking about it. Why was her journey so traumatic, but mine was not? It was a
Correct.
very positive one. So, what changed was these things. So, prenatal yoga changed, childbirth classes changed. So, that
Hmm.
was when I started doing my research. And of course, it was COVID, and my daughter had turned one. So, I had all the time in the world. So, I
Yeah.
sat down, did my research, and fortunately, I found out about Kappa. So I joined the course immediately and I did my certification. And adding on that, I did prenatal yoga course as well,
Okay.
and also infant massage course to help me to help the women through and through from the beginning of the pregnancy till postpartum.
Okay.
So that was what changed, and that was what helped me to become a certified childbirth educator.
That's really nice. Like you said, you have got a certificate, right? Can you explain on that certificate? Maybe people can know about it and, understand much
Yes.
better about it.
So, as I
Mm.
mentioned, this organization is called as Kappa. They
Okay.
are childbirth educator. They train childbirth educators, pregnancy fitness educators. They train doulas who can help you physically during birth. Postpartum fitness educators, lactation consultants. They
Okay.
are completely organization who help you only with these. It's an international company, but they
Okay.
do have a base in Mumbai, so
Okay.
they have an Indian head as well who can help you with all these courses.
Okay.
They have regular courses going on. Uh, every year, I think they give out batches,
Hmm.
and you need to register for it, and you can do the course. So for me, it was an online course because it was during COVID, but they
COVID.
do
Yeah.
have offline courses as well.
Okay.
So I think in Bangalore as well, they will have a course going on. So you
Okay.
can definitely get them. It is called as Kappa, CAPPA. So they do that. They prepare you for childbirth and postpartum educators. They
Okay.
help with this.
Okay. That's really nice. So you spoke about your journey and it was very inspiring as well. 36 hours of your labor. how did that, how did you manage? Again, you told that everything
Yes.
helped you out, but how strong were you? I just wanted to ask. I'm sure your
As
husband
I
also was a
mentioned, yes,
support,
yes,
but yeah.
definitely. As I mentioned, I am a person who's very phobic about being in hospital. So definitely, I am a person who, even if I break my leg, I wouldn't go to the hospital. So being from there, what helped me was understanding how my body works during the labor process. That's what we basically teach during the labor preparation workshop.
Mm,
When we understand what is going to happen during the labor, how the body changes, how I can help to cope with the pain. For example, we teach breathing techniques, simple
mm,
breathing techniques that will stay the muscles calm. In turn, it will help the pelvic muscles to stay calm. In turn, it will help in the labor process to continue,
mm,
right? So that is it. And there are massaging techniques that we teach the partner so that they can massage your back, lower
okay.
back, shoulders.
Mm,
That creates counter pressure, so the
mm,
labor pain will slowly come down. In turn, it is helping in progression of the labor as well.
right.
So that happens. And there are exercises that are recommended during labor, right?
Mm,
That can help to shorten this labor process. Just 2 days ago, one of my students, she had a very short labor of uh, hardly 5 to 6 hours, and within 3 pushes, the baby was out.
yeah,
So definitely.
I saw your status. Yeah.
Yes, that feels
Mhm.
like an achievement.
Yeah, of course.
So we do teach techniques like these that can help you through and through. Also, we help the partner because during that time the partners want to help you, but they
Correct.
don't know how.
Yeah,
So we try to train them to teach them the correct massaging techniques, how to do it, where to do it,
yeah.
when to do it. So we prepare them, and that helps. So my pregnant during my labor, this is what helped. My husband was completely behind my back. He was
Mm,
massaging my back whenever I had my contractions. When
mm,
I didn't have the contractions, I was free to move around, was doing all the exercises. I was allowed to walk, eat
yeah,
my meals, drink water. Simple things like sipping water helps. That is
correct.
one tip that I usually give all my, mothers who are going into labor, because
Yeah.
sipping works in a way that it relaxes our jaws.
Mm,
There's this secret: our jaws and pelvic muscles are connected. When
okay.
we relax our jaws, pelvic muscles automatically relax, because
Uh,
during labor, what we want is relaxing the pelvic muscles.
correct.
But when we are, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹಲ್ ಕಚ್ಕೊಂಡು
Correct, correct.
ತಳ್ಳು ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ.
Howದು.
But that doesn't work. When
Yeah.
I clench my teeth, my hips are getting closed, my
Correct.
pelvic muscles are getting closed. So that doesn't work. It's like pushing the baby against a closed door. But I want my pelvic muscles
Yeah.
to open up.
Open.
So
Yeah.
simple tip. I
Yeah.
tell it's okay, you shout, but open your jaws.
Jaws.
Give that minimal movement. So
Correct.
that helps.
Hmm.
Many a time husbands come back and tell, ನೀವೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಕಿರ್ಚಿ ಹಾಡಿ ಅಂತ, ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಿರ್ಚ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೈತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ನಿನ್ನಿಂದನೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದ್ದು, ನಾನು ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ. But it's
I
okay.
know.
I tell them, please
Yeah.
adjust for a few hours, few
Correct.
minutes. She's going through a lot. She'll give back all the, love to you again.
Later on.
Right? So
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So during my labor also, this is what helped. They taught
Okay.
us all the breathing techniques, the massaging techniques. So
Correct.
it definitely helped me to stay alert, awake, and I strictly said I don't want to go through epidural because it was
Hmm.
my choice.
Hmm.
Even though my mother, especially, she was standing there and she was fighting with the hospital staff, telling, "You take her into C-section. Why are you
Yeah.
giving her so much pain?"
Trouble.
Because
Yeah.
she had seen my sister also going
Correct.
through such a traumatic experience, so she didn't want me to go through that.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. But we were like, okay, we knew what we were doing. We will manage. We sent her home. Just me and my husband, we stayed there. So we went through the labor. It was quite an experience, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can say. One of my
Hmm.
students,
Yeah.
she stays in the Netherlands. So there they try mostly for vaginal birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like today she went into labor. She went for a checkup. She was already
Hmm.
3 centimeter dilated, but they wait for you to dilate up to 10. So what happened? So she went to the hospital. The hospital was like, you go home. You still have time.
Mm.
So they made her wait for almost a week. So
Mm.
she was in home doing all her chores, going through labor with,
Oh,
contractions coming in and going and all that.
yeah.
So after a week, she went into labor, proper active labor.
Mm.
Then she had a vaginal birth of almost 3.5 kilo baby. So
Oh,
that was like, like I still tell her that what great job she has done,
yeah.
how well she managed her body, herself. It's really good.
Yeah.
And again, as you mentioned, I wanted to tell about this, that bonding with the baby, they expect us to,
Yeah.
take care of the baby instantly, feed the baby,
Yeah.
but that doesn't come instantly because of what we went through. Even as I mentioned, I had a vaginal birth, but postpartum was not good. I
Yeah.
don't want to go back to that,
That
postpartum phase
place. Yeah.
again. I always tell pregnancy was much easier.
Yeah, true.
Postpartum was definitely not. So I had these traumatic days. I almost went on the verge of getting postpartum depression.
Mm.
I used to, I didn't want to even see my baby. I didn't want to carry her. I didn't want to feed her.
Mm.
There were days like that. And of course, people were like, you have to feed her directly. You shouldn't give her formula. You
Yeah.
shouldn't
Yeah.
pump and give the baby. The baby isn't gaining weight. The baby isn't fair enough.
Oh
All these,
God. Yeah.
like that
So many
puts you
things.
more. Definitely don't want to
It's
go
never
through that.
ending. It's never ending.
It's never ending,
Yeah.
as you said. So we prepare mothers for that phase as well.
Yeah. I think
We
that's very important.
even as you mentioned C-section, what I want to mention here is many women come out of it feeling guilty, right?
Hmm.
So we try to tell them the reasons for a C-section also,
Yeah.
so that they are prepared for it. So that when you come out of the operation theater, you will know why you went through a C-section. It is because you wanted to keep your baby safe.
Yeah.
Simple as that is. But still, people think, the doctor tried for normal delivery, but it didn't happen. In the end, she wanted to do a C-section.
Yeah.
Uh, yes, I'm not completely saying that all doctors are, very positive minded or all that,
Yeah.
but most of them try to keep you and the baby safe.
Correct.
That's it, right? So we, in the labor preparation workshop, we tell them about the emergency situations that might come in,
Correct.
where the doctors might take in the decision of getting an emergency C-section, or even if it is a planned C-section, nothing
Yeah.
wrong. If it is for the well-being of you or for the baby, it's always good. So many times I've told the student, don't go for vaginal birth, go for a C-section directly.
Yeah. Yeah.
When there is no chance of having a vaginal birth, why do you want to go through both the pains?
Yeah.
Always say birth is something that happens when you least expect it and in the
Yeah.
least expected way.
Correct.
Many people think that I'm doing all these work, I'm doing yoga, I'm
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
all these exercises, and I will have a vaginal birth. No, we don't guarantee that kind of birth to anyone.
Correct.
We don't know what the situation will be during birth.
Right.
We cannot say anything, right? So that even when they join for prenatal yoga, that is the first question they ask me. I will do all these exercises, but will I have a vaginal birth? I'm
Yeah.
like, I am no person to confirm that. Nobody can confirm that, not even the doctors,
Yeah.
because we don't know in the end what the situation will be, how the baby will be,
Correct.
what the medical condition of you or the baby might be.
Right.
We cannot say.
Correct. True. And I think
Hmm.
family and husband really matters here,
Definitely.
right? Because I think,
Definitely.
yeah, I think if their mindset is not connecting to us, then it would be very difficult for for a woman to even
Yes,
think.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's why I insist on getting the partners for the workshops,
Yeah.
especially labor preparation workshop and postpartum care. They still ask me, why do you want the husband to come for, breastfeeding session and all that?
Yeah.
It is not only about breastfeeding sessions. What are the other things that you go through,
Correct.
right? Emotional changes, physical
Correct.
changes, you're in pain. Feeding is definitely not easy. So
Yeah.
it comes with a lot of challenges. So how they can help you during the time
Yeah.
in taking care of the baby. What are the times where they can step in and pick up the baby and comfort the baby?
Correct.
It is new for them also.
Yeah, of
So I
course.
always tell that I insist on the parents and the in laws also to come in. Some
Hmm.
of them do come in,
Oh,
with
okay.
such open mind. They start telling, that's so good. I mean, wish we knew this during
Yeah.
our time, so that it would have helped us. So it is good that they are learning now. I had a
Correct.
mother-in-law. So, one of my students' mother-in-law, she joined in for the workshop. She
Hmm.
insisted, she wanted to join.
Okay.
I was like, I'm very happy to accommodate you. Please join. So
Yeah.
she joined, and after the birth, it was a C-section
Hmm.
because she had gestational diabetes. She couldn't go through vaginal birth, so it
Okay.
was a planned C-section. Absolutely fine. Baby and mother both were doing good. So she called me. She took my number from the daughter-in-law and she called me. She was like, I'm so happy that you helped her to stay so strong
Hmm.
emotionally, physically. She's managing so well. Even after giving birth, she's taking care of the baby. She's taking care of herself. Even
Yeah.
I didn't know so many things. I'm trying to help her. So all these words,
Yeah.
it
Yeah. Yeah.
boosts us
Gives
to
a,
do more.
yeah.
It definitely gives
Yeah.
us that kick that we want.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
it helps.
And the joy, right? Like giving giving a
Definitely.
life is something, extraordinary, I would say. It's
Yes,
not
yes.
even a joke, right? So yeah.
No,
And
every time they give us the news of the birth, I feel so excited.
yeah, I know, I
You know,
know.
many of my friends, they still don't know what I do. They're like, "What? Why are you so happy? Is it your baby?" I was like, "It's not my baby, but still my baby."
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I
because
understand your
I've
feeling.
seen them grow.
Yeah.
We've seen them grow through the pregnancy, the changes, especially who join early years, third month, fourth month, they
Hmm.
join in for yoga class.
Yeah,
So we see them through the progression. So it
correct.
gives so much joy to, when they do video call, show the baby or send the picture of the
Mhm.
baby.
Yeah.
Recently, one of them gave birth, and after a month after the baby was born, she sent me a picture. The baby was sitting in Chin Mudra.
Oh,
So she
so
was like,
nice.
see the magic. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, yes, that tends to happen, because and some of the babies they recognize my voice. So
Hmm.
that is so magical because
Yeah,
they are so used to hearing me
correct.
during the yoga classes, and especially because when the mothers are calm, the babies tend to hear more.
Respond. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when we do the relaxation, pranayama and all that, I've seen the babies move literally
Hmm.
when the mothers are relaxing and all that. So it's something magical.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, happy mothers, happy baby is the correct
Definitely.
statement, right? Like
Yes,
the
yes,
perfect thing. Yeah. I'm
yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Can you give some examples, some whatever your clients had, like your in your classes? Can you give some live examples,
Hmm.
some two examples, and then we can move on to the myths and facts about the pregnancy?
Hmm. Examples like I've seen different cases. I've had twin pregnancies
Mm.
who have come through IVF,
Okay.
who have had IVF and had a normal pregnancy and a vaginal birth,
Okay.
who have had one person, she had this condition called as Crohn's, where she couldn't eat food at all. Any food
Mm.
that she eats wouldn't get digested. So that was her condition before she got conceived.
Okay.
But after pregnancy, it got better,
Mm.
and she could manage herself with the food that she had to eat and all that. So even
Okay.
she had a very beautiful pregnancy, smooth, without any discomfort, and she
Mm.
had a smooth delivery as well. Um, most of them joined from overseas.
Yeah.
One person, she had gestational diabetes, she had hypertension,
Mm.
she had pelvic pain where they will
Mm.
not be able to walk also. So
Oh.
that's severe. So once she started joining classes, she was very regular.
Mm.
So she started joining from her fourth month. So she started doing, to be honest, doctors there in overseas, they recommend more of yoga, but
Okay.
here in India, uh, the awareness is quite low, to be
Yeah.
honest, right?
True.
So they join in. So she joined. She had a very, very smooth delivery,
Mm.
and she had a vaginal birth. And within 2 hours, you'll not
Okay.
believe, very short labor. Within 2 hours, she went to the hospital, gave birth, and she came home. So
Oh,
it was a
nice.
very good. And she pushed the baby within 5 minutes. So
Okay.
it was such a boost for her and for me as well. So that is there. There were There are women who have gestational diabetes,
Mm.
who she used to take insulin almost 4 times in a day. So
Oh.
such high sugar levels. So for her again, doctor suggested her to go into induction, but
Mm.
she also mentioned that it might not work. I mean, vaginal birth is quite impossible
Yeah.
because the baby was almost quite huge,
Hmm.
almost 3.2 to 3.3 kilos, and she was a very small person, petite person,
Hmm.
so it was not possible. So we have a method where they say Bishop score. So using
Okay.
that, we can determine if we can have a vaginal birth
Yeah.
after getting induced. So if you are able to get it, fine. If not, it's good to go for C-section. So she
Hmm.
went through C-section. That's also there. One thing I want to remember is she was a second-time mother. She
Hmm.
joined in for yoga classes because the first time was very traumatic. It was a long labor. She was in labor
Hmm.
for almost 48 hours, and
Okay.
she was a big person.
Hmm.
Physically she was quite big, and the baby was also almost 3.5 kilos, the first baby.
Okay.
She had a vaginal birth.
Hmm.
So second time she joined for yoga, she joined almost in the third month itself. So
Hmm.
continuously she started doing. You will not believe she this time she had a 3.8 kilo baby,
Okay.
vaginal birth, and the labor was just 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Very, very short. So because she knew uh, how she could help progress her labor.
Okay.
So she did all the exercises during labor. She did the breathing techniques, even pushing. We teach how women can push efficiently so that they can push the baby out sooner and in a safe way. So we teach that. So these are some of the examples that I can remember right now.
Hmm.
So yeah, currently I have one. She's in her 39th week, waiting
Okay.
for her labor to begin.
Start again.
So another good news very soon.
Yeah, yeah. That's nice. Okay, so let's move on to this myths and facts. Like we have a lot to do, like so many ones. So let's go to the
Yes.
first one. So you have to eat for two. How does it, you know?
Oh, this
Uh,
is the biggest myth that we usually come across.
yeah,
You give your confirmation that you're pregnant, people start telling you to eat more. You're eating for two, you have to eat
yeah,
more. The thing is, you don't have to eat quantity wise more.
correct.
Quality, definitely good. Good
Yeah,
quality is always better than good quantity.
quantity.
And also, an infant, a baby inside the uterus needs only 300 grams of calories through the day, per day.
Yeah. Okay.
So, absolutely fine. The body can provide that. Even if you
Mm,
don't eat, the body is sufficient to give that much calories for the baby to grow.
correct.
So you don't have to eat double to just give. To be honest, because we eat without being mindful of what and when and how much we are eating, we gain a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Gaining weight is common, but too much weight gain is associated with so many other, medical conditions that might come in.
Mm,
Hypertension,
right.
gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, pelvic pain, swollen
Mm,
legs. So
um,
all these are root cause, I will say, is instant weight gain rapidly. I
okay.
have seen women who gain almost like 10 kilos in the first 3 months,
Yeah, yeah.
which is very, very big change for the body. So
Correct.
it starts, the hormones give a miss, it changes a lot, the digestion gives a hit. So all these things. So we have a weight gain range. Even the doctors
Oh,
recommend this
okay.
10 to 15 kilos through the pregnancy, from
Throughout
the
the pregnancy.
first till the end,
Okay.
right? So that is a good weight gain range. I
Mm,
have seen women who haven't gained, even 2 to 3 kilos through the pregnancy, but
yeah.
still had vaginal births, positive, pregnancies, and everything was good. There are women who have gained like almost 10 kilos in the first 3 months,
Mm,
but they've had to suffer with the other medical conditions.
yeah.
Uh, Unfortunately, we are not aware of such things that, how instant weight gain causes so many problems.
Mm,
So
correct.
definitely eating for two is a myth.
Yeah.
Definitely not true.
Yeah.
But eating healthy, that should be on point.
Yeah. So eating quality food is more important than the quantity, you say, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So the next
absolutely.
one is woman's height decides whether she will have a normal delivery or not.
Oh, no, not at all. Women's physical stature doesn't determine anything. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
delivery type is, more dependent on the situation of the baby's growth, your pelvic muscles, your
Mm.
flexibility,
Yeah,
the medical condition of you and the baby.
correct.
So many other things determine how we can have a birth. To be honest, it can change any moment. Even
Yeah,
through the labor process, it can change. So now, I don't think the physical stature of the mother can decide anything. I've
yeah.
had short mothers, petite mothers giving vaginal birth,
Mm.
tall, very active, very lean mothers
Mm.
giving having C-sections because of medical conditions. It
Yeah,
doesn't definitely determine what kind of delivery we will have.
yeah, correct. Okay, so the next one, pregnant women should avoid exercise.
Oh, no, 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 no. Actually, they say that, once you're pregnant, you sit down, relax,
Yeah,
rest, stop working, stop
yeah,
going out and all
yeah,
that. Definitely no. Working in sense, see, exercises, if you're used to any kind of physical exercises from before, you can definitely continue. I've had mothers who have done swimming through the pregnancy, who
yeah,
have done, because they were used to doing Pilates or,
correct,
Zumba classes, they've
correct.
continued through
Even
pregnancy. So,
dance, right?
absolutely, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. So, if they've been doing it from before, absolutely good. It's not like, because I'm pregnant, I want to start something.
correct.
That's definitely not something
Yeah.
we do. And definitely yoga, exercises, all these are recommended to stay
Mm.
active so that your well-being is on point, so that it helps in the growth of the baby as well. It helps for labor as well. I'll not tell for
Yeah,
vaginal birth, but for labor.
it
Even yoga,
prepares you.
many a times I'll tell this, definitely,
Yeah,
not only for giving birth, after birth, it
yeah,
helps in healing.
correct,
So definitely helps. So exercises is definitely required as much as possible. Not everybody can do the same amount,
correct.
but if you're able to do a certain thing, please do that.
Yeah,
So exercises definitely should be allowed.
yeah. Okay, so what about yoga?
Definitely. Because in yoga class, what we do is not only about, flexibility, we work towards strengthening your muscles. It is
Mm.
very much needed.
Correct.
Many a times people have come with discomforts,
Mm.
pelvic pain, back pain,
Correct.
shoulder pain, neck pains, and all that.
Yeah.
Once we have started doing regular exercises, it has gotten better for them.
Okay.
They have felt better, and also we work towards relaxation where
Mm.
we relax the mind, and we also work towards breathing, because what
Correct.
happens, we are not aware of how we are breathing, but during
Correct.
pregnancy breath makes a lot of
Difference.
differentiation. So what happens is that we teach them what kind of breathing you can do during the exercises when you're sleeping.
Mm.
Why do you need to sleep on the left side? You might have heard this, pregnant women should always
Correct.
sleep on the left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But many of them do not know why, because
Yeah.
it's the nerve that is connecting from our heart to the placenta. So that is the reason. It has come from the heart, it has gone to the right side and then connected to the placenta. So that is
Okay.
the thing. So when we sleep on the left side, the nerve is free. But when we sleep on the back,
Straight.
the nerve can get squeezed because of the growing baby. So
Okay.
initially, absolutely fine. Till, fifth, 6 months, the baby is small. It doesn't put so much weight on the nerve. So
Correct.
absolutely fine. Once you enter your third trimester is when your bump actually starts growing.
Growing.
So
Yeah.
when you lie down on the left side, you will feel better. A
Yeah.
right posture of sleeping also we teach. For
Correct.
example, we tell them to put a small cushion between the knees so
Hmm.
that the
Yeah.
pelvic muscles open up and they'll be able to sleep better. So we
Correct.
teach these things. So
Hmm.
we prepare them for labor as well,
Hmm.
which exercises can help them at what time.
Correct.
And also this one thing I have to mention, that many people, they say you send me recorded videos, I will do it on my own.
Hmm.
No, I will definitely not encourage that. I will not tell anybody to do yoga, especially prenatal yoga, with recorded sessions. It has to
Yeah.
be a live session.
Oh.
Why? Because we customize it according to their medical condition. It is not one solution fits all. It's
Okay.
different for everyone. For example, now in my yoga class, I have second trimester two people, third trimester another two
Yeah.
people. I have one who is preparing for labor who's in the 39th week. So
Mm.
the exercises differ.
Correct.
So it is different. And also I'll be able to watch them how they are doing it
Yeah.
so that I can give the corrections. Even simple breathing, I can correct them. So
Correct.
it gets better. And also they say that, third trimester ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮಾಲಾಸನ ಸ್ಕ್ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ವಜನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. No.
Yeah.
Squatting always is not the solution. And also you shouldn't squat down until the baby is head down.
Mm.
That is also there. Many people don't give heed to it. So if you watch a recorded video, they don't know which week you are in, which pregnancy time you are in, what is your medical condition. There are certain exercises that you shouldn't be doing if you have certain medical condition.
Mm.
So it's absolutely not recommended at all.
Correct.
So even if it comes to yoga, I always tell them anybody, if you're not able to join online, first look for an offline class.
Mm.
Offline definitely works good.
Yeah.
So look for it. And then if you're not, join for a live online session. Do not go for recorded sessions is what I definitely say.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate news. Recently, I got to know that from another childbirth educator who is in Tirupur. So she got to know that one of the women there, she tried doing this, yoga through online classes, through recorded sessions.
Mm.
She saw YouTube and all that, and
Mm.
they attempted to give birth at home.
Oh.
But it has turned out to be very fatal.
Oh.
Both the mother and the baby are not there anymore, which is very, very unfortunate.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
what I tell them is, don't believe everything that is on
Correct.
social media.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe me also. Learn,
Yeah.
go to the right
Whatever your
person.
heart and mind says, go for it, right? Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes,
very important.
absolutely. The mother knows the best.
Yeah.
So listen to them.
Yeah.
You need to also be open about how you're feeling during your pregnancy.
Correct.
Many of them
Don't
don't are
express
not
it
very
out.
open.
Yeah.
Huh. Even if they have certain medical condition, they tend to hide it.
Mm.
Like, for what joy? When you don't tell me what you're going through, I cannot help you with it.
Exactly.
So that is there. So I always tell them, whatever it is, any exercise, any yoga, always go for live sessions.
Yeah.
So I give them
That's very much.
definitely. So
Yeah.
I give them trial classes. You can try and see. See, there is a lot of things. The timings need to match.
Mm.
You need to be available at that time.
Correct.
The yoga kind, there are different yoga. See, different teachers teach differently. So it needs to be adjusted to you as well. You also need to be compatible. If not, you can always go for another one.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. So I give them trial classes. You can try and see if it works for you or not, then
Mm.
make a decision.
Correct.
So like this, always go through it. So
Mm.
yoga definitely
Helps.
helps with body and mind.
Mind. Yeah. That's a good take. I mean, for everybody to know that yoga really helps. And again, like you said, you have to believe yourself and, whatever the mother feels right,
Yes.
supposed to do that itself. Yeah. So the next one is driving during pregnancy is dangerous.
Not at all. Driving is actually safe. But of course, roads might not be
Oh,
safer.
yeah.
I don't guarantee that. But driving definitely is safe. But you need to make sure how you put your, if you're driving a four-wheeler, how you put your seat belt matters. Because
Correct.
when you put it like this, the lower belt might sit on your abdomen. You have to put it down so
Down.
that it doesn't compress your abdomen.
Correct.
So once you do that, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. What
Even
about
two-wheeler, there
traveling?
are women who drive.
Correct.
Traveling is absolutely safe as long as you don't have any other medical condition. I've
Condition.
had, I actually send my pregnant women on trips,
Mm.
before delivery.
Yeah.
Go out, enjoy with your partners and come in. See, if you want to go on travel on car, absolutely you can do that. Train, you can, but make sure you have accessibility to clean toilets because
Mm.
that is
Yeah.
one thing, UTI infection,
Yeah.
that's another headache.
Yeah.
So as long as you have access to that, I've had women who travel through flight as well.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as long as the doctor has given a go ahead, so you can definitely do that. Traveling absolutely is good. Uh,
Okay.
Cruise ships might not be comfortable for most of them, but if you
Mm.
are comfortable, if the doctor has told yes, you can always go for it. I always tell them before delivery, go out on trips. You need to have a baby
Yeah.
mood. So I tend to send them out on
Yeah.
vacations. So it's
Yeah.
good. Now, and one thing I remembered is that nowadays hospitals are offering candlelight dinners
Oh,
before labor in the
really? I didn't know
packages.
this. Oh.
Yes, but
Mm.
very weird because when you're in labor, you won't be able to
Yeah.
sit down and enjoy your candlelight dinner. So the doctors, I mean, not the doctor, the hospital staff say that no, it's okay. Your family members can come sit and eat. Like, what
What
is
is the
the use
point
for
in the
me?
date?
Package.
Yeah.
I heard of a very weird package recently. They call it as muhurtam packages.
Ah.
So, like how they keep muhurtam for good occasions for marriage, wedding, and all that. They
Oh,
give
date.
muhurtam package for date, time
Oh.
for the birth of the baby. So it is
I think
sad,
things are
but it is
changing
there.
so much, no? Like, yeah.
Yes, too many things are
Yeah.
changing.
Correct. Okay, so it's safe to travel as long as the doctor says okay, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one, the shape of your baby bump tells the baby's gender. You. This is
What
like,
do you think?
yeah, they have commented, but I don't know. Maybe some of them were right, in fact. Um, they said it would be a baby
You
boy.
hardly have two options.
Yeah, hardly have
Yeah,
two
you have
options.
two options.
Yeah. No,
You
another
have
one
to
could
select
be
one.
a twin, no? So three options you have.
Twin is
Yeah.
difficult to tell anything,
Yeah.
but if it is a single baby, you have two options. They will choose either one.
Yeah.
And till now, most of them want to, they will predict that you'll get a boy baby,
Yeah.
to lineage
Yeah.
formation and all that. Nothing. The babies, the bumps shape definitely no. For me also, almost everybody told I will have a boy. I
Ah,
have a daughter.
yeah.
Nothing works because
Correct.
see, the shape of the bump keeps changing through your pregnancy.
Hmm.
First of all, bumps comes only in the third trimester,
Yeah.
only after you cross around 6 months and all
Six
that.
months. Yeah.
So once after that, as the baby keeps growing, the shape of the bump keeps changing. And
Correct.
also, once the baby is breech position, so your bump will be higher and it will be oval in shape. So they will predict one gender.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
As you go closer to labor, the baby moves down, head down. So
Correct.
it will be circle in shape and it's lower.
It would
So
have
then they
sat
will
down. Yeah.
predict it is girl baby. So it doesn't work. It
Yeah.
just depends on when they are seeing you, the
Yeah.
time, the baby's position, the
Correct.
shape of the bum. So based on that, they will predict. So it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. But that's very funny. They say, and they say, oh, ನೋಡ್ದ್ಯಾ ನಾನು ನಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ baby boy
Ha.
ಅಂತ. But baby boy ಆಯ್ತು.
No, no, no. One very weird thing I heard very recently. They were like, she was from rural Bangalore.
Hmm.
So she contacted for classes. So we had a workshop. She was like, I have a very small question. You shouldn't tell it out. I was like, okay. So
Hmm.
she was like, my mother-in-law wants to give me a medicine to
Hmm.
have a boy baby. She's
Hmm.
already in her sixth month. So she was like, my mother-in-law wants to give me this medicine, Nati Vaidya. So
Hmm.
ಅದನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಗಂಡ್ ಮಗು ಆಗತ್ತಂತೆ ನಿಜಾನ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗತ್ತ I was like the baby's gender is
ಜಂಡರ್ ಆಗ್ಲೇ
solved long
ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ.
back. ಇವಾಗ ತಿಂದು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು.
ಏನ್ ತಿಂದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದು
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರತ್ತೆ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. So I told her, she was like, ಹೌದಾ ಹಂಗ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರತ್ತಾ like yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, people still go through that,
Hmm.
performing pujas, offering
Yeah, yeah,
something, eating something,
correct. I
which
mean, you
month to
say,
conceive to have
yeah.
a gender.
I know, so true. I mean, end of the day, just the healthy baby and the healthy mother is important.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Now,
I think.
women conceiving is a big, big, big issue.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not able to conceive so easily. I
true.
have so many friends who are trying for years.
Yeah,
They're not able to conceive.
true.
So, with that, having a healthy baby is more important.
Yeah. I think.
Very sad.
some traditions should probably stop, like they have to think and say, okay, the generation has changed, and let's,
Yeah.
like, you know, okay, it's all done for
Let go.
so long. Yeah. And let's not take it
Yes.
further and go. I think maybe we as, mothers in future, we should start
Yes.
doing it, because there's no point in telling the previous generation, our
Absolutely.
parents and in-laws, to stop
Yes.
it, because I don't think it'll,
No, no.
they
We
are a
90s
little
kids have
better,
too
I would
much to
say.
change. Yes.
Yeah. But I think we, as this kind of generation, should start changing maybe in future. That's one thing that,
Yes,
maybe
yes, yes.
everybody should keep in mind.
Fortunately, yes, it is
Yeah.
changing, slow, but it's gonna change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, that's
Okay.
good.
So eating saffron makes your baby fair. Oh God, you have made me.
No.
This is
You
done.
have the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's all
Not at
about
all. No,
how you as a parent are, like, or your generation, I mean, your parents or
true, true,
grandparents
true,
are, right? It's not on the
true.
color. I don't know.
Yes, yes. No, one funny thing I remembered is that my sister, her name is Sindhu. So
Okay.
when she was pregnant, she was like she wanted, she still had that in mind, because she was pregnant first in the family. So
Hmm.
all the grandparents, in-laws, my mother also, she was like,
Hmm.
you eat this, the baby will be fair, that, this, and all. But the baby has born like the father. So she is a
Ah.
little dark complex and all that. So when I gave birth, I didn't want to eat all this. First of all, I
Hmm.
didn't like the taste of the saffron and all that.
Hmm.
So I didn't eat. I was mostly on junk. I used to eat all kinds of junk because I didn't have
Okay.
any symptoms. I used to eat. Because she couldn't
Hmm.
eat, she had very limited access. So I
Hmm.
was almost eating out every day, eating what I liked, all these things. So like that. My baby, she was born with a little fairer complexion.
Hmm.
It is not because how I am or
Yeah.
how what I ate, but because it's the genes. Because
Genes. Yeah.
my mother-in-law, my husband, they are on the fairer side.
Yeah.
So definitely all these
Of
things
course.
are decided by the genetics completely,
Yeah.
not by what we eat, what we do, or what we rub on the baby later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Later on, yeah. That's also very important. ಈ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹಚ್ಚಿದ್ರೆ
Yes.
ಬೆಳ್ಳಗಾಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಕಡ್ಲೆ
Ah,
ಕಡ್ಲೆ ಹಿಟ್ಟು ಉಜ್ಜು.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, actually, North Indians, they still now they do this. When
Hmm.
I teach them infant massage, I tell them what kind of oils to use, bath products. I just mention it. So they were like, they usually do what is called as loi. Means they
Hmm.
create a paste with atta,
Okay.
ghee, and milk, and they make it like a paste, and they put it on the whole body of the baby.
Baby.
They
Okay.
leave it like a pack,
Oh,
thick pack. Okay,
okay.
and then they try to remove it. So with
Hmm.
that they believe the baby's fairness will increase, the baby's hair, the infant hair,
Ah,
that will come off and all that. I was like, why are you torturing the baby?
yeah.
The baby doesn't even know what he or she is going through. Unnecessary. So they still do that. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
they feel it's a traditional practice and they try
Correct.
to do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some are okay. I mean, we'll say, oh, fine, it is showing some result, but some things are not very,
No,
mm, you know,
no, I always
not
tell if you're
tolerant.
using
Yeah,
gram flour and all that for bath products, it's
yeah,
very good. Homemade, hygienic, very
yeah.
good. If you want to use that, use it. But not like putting ghee, milk, saffron milk. Some give bath using breast milk also.
Ah, oh, yeah.
So to increase the fairness. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. Oh God.
It's
Yeah,
not in the point of giving fairness, but if you want to use it, if it's working for you, absolutely fine.
yeah.
It
If it's
doesn't
not, then yeah,
mean
I think it should.
when we
Yeah,
talk about all these things, lot of things come out.
yeah, I know. Oh, this one is very
Hmm.
interesting. Drinking more water makes breast milk watery.
Oh my God. No, no, even for me during my postpartum, my mother used to restrict 1 glass of water for the day.
Same.
She never gave me water much, because they believe that it's right. And but actually, no. The more you drink water, the more
Yeah,
you stay hydrated, the
hydrated.
more you can produce breast milk. So absolutely good. And it helps with reducing constipation. Your digestion will come back. So it helps in a lot of things, but not drinking water creates a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Creates constipation, it creates hemorrhoids,
Yeah.
it creates sleeplessness, breast milk supply, it goes down. The baby starts feeling irritated.
Mm.
So many things.
Yeah.
You have to keep drinking what I always tell. Before you feed the baby, drink a glass of water. You
Yeah.
have to keep a water bottle handy all the day.
Correct.
That's what I keep telling. So, milk, drinking water doesn't definitely reduce the breast milk or makes it watery. No.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm. Yes. And even food, when it comes to postpartum, the food restrictions that we see,
you're
so
right.
many things, you have to eat only rasam, dal. They
Yeah.
don't give dal. Only,
They don't give that.
plain
Yeah.
powders, garlic
Yeah.
powders, only, leafy vegetables and all that. I
Mm.
understand you need to include these for your well-being, but other than that, you need to have a well-nutrition meal also.
Yeah.
So, so many people they restrict on water, they restrict on fruits, certain vegetables, and all that. But having a well-balanced meal definitely helps
Yeah. For
because the
breastfeeding.
mother also has gone through a lot. Her
Yeah.
physical needs are also have changed,
Correct.
and she'll start feeling hungry often. But
Yeah.
instead, they offer coffee, tea,
Yeah.
baked items, bread, buns.
Yeah.
That creates more constipation.
Constipation. True.
Very, very sad.
Yeah. So don't feed your baby immediately after a head bath. Oh God.
Why? No, no, oh yeah, they think that it gives cold for the baby. I'm like, no, nothing like that.
Yeah.
No, they actually restrict the mothers of not taking bath also sometimes. I'm like,
Oh.
no, maintaining your hygiene is so important, especially your feeding, your bleeding. The periods are going on, your
Yeah.
breast milk has leaked, the baby has spit up, you're
Correct.
not feeling
Pooped.
good.
Yeah.
So when you take a shower, you feel good. So it
Yeah.
is good. Even head bath. Sometimes I've seen this in some of the communities. They tell mothers not to take head bath the first 11 days, after
Hmm.
the baby is born. I'm like, how? You
Yeah.
won't allow her to comb her hair,
Oh yeah, yeah.
take a
Got
head
that.
bath and all that. No. If she's not in a state to take a bath, it's fine. It's understandable. But when she's up and she's about, she can take baths. Absolutely, she has to take bath. And definitely feeding baby after the bath is also absolutely fine. It's not
Mm.
like what we eat passes to the baby.
Yeah.
What we eat gets digested, it goes into the blood cells. The blood cells will create breast milk and then send it to the baby. So
Yeah.
what I do doesn't affect the baby at all.
True. Yeah, the last one, I think pulling a baby's nose or squeezing their nipples changes their shape.
No, at all. You know
How
what?
will the
So
milk
what happens
be in
is,
the baby's nipple? Is
no,
it
due
can?
to certain hormonal changes, especially for girl babies,
Oh, okay.
because she has have inherited the mother's hormones,
Ah,
some very few infants, newborns, they produce breast milk. Breast milk in
okay.
sense not like how we produce,
Yeah.
few drops of milk. But when you
Okay.
keep squeezing it and try to remove it, what these massage ladies, japas, what they do is they will
Hmm.
tell you have to remove it to
Hmm.
empty the breast. But the thing is, when you keep squeezing it and when you keep pulling it out,
Hmm.
it creates more and more of milk. So
Ah,
it keeps generating. So the
okay.
thing is, you shouldn't do anything.
Hmm.
Just leave it as it is, wipe it off and leave it. So it will it will dry out on its own within a week or maximum 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't keep squeezing them. In fact, if you keep squeezing it, there's chance that you create abscess, the nipples get, swollen,
Yeah. Yeah.
redness, it gets hard. So then you'll have to go into surgery to remove that.
Hmm.
Definitely
Which
not
is not good.
necessary.
Yeah.
So definitely good to have a watch as to what your massage ladies or japas are doing for the baby. Not you might not be able to do it on your own, but even
Hmm.
if they are doing it, you need to know what they are doing because they do a lot of things that we don't want them to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pulling the nose, they think pulling the nose will make the nose sharp or
Sharp,
something. It's a
long.
bone structure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
How can we change it? It's
True.
the baby's genes that has come out. We cannot change a thing. Why
Yeah,
unnecessarily pull it?
correct.
So many things, especially when we come to infant massage topic, there are so many things that they do.
Yeah.
Shaping the baby's head.
Head. Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
want to make it round. The
Round.
thing is, during vaginal birth, the baby's head overlap
Mm.
and then they come out because it's a
Mm.
small narrow gap. So during the birth their head overlaps and they come out. So
Correct.
during that, if you observe, most of the vaginal birth babies have an oval shaped head,
Yeah. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is very, very natural. It
Correct.
gets naturally shaped on its own by the time they reach 1 year, by
Hmm.
rolling over, sleeping on all
Correct.
sides, sleeping on the pillow, tummy time, and all that. We don't have to, massage and press the baby to shape the head. It's not
Yeah.
clay, so definitely not needed.
Correct. I
That's
think
the
there are a lot
thing.
of things
So,
after, like more than pregnancy, postpartum, I
yes,
think
yes,
so many topics to cover, right? Like so many things.
definitely.
We probably, if we get another chance to talk for the next thing, we'll focus more on the postnatal things
Yes,
because I think there are a lot of things to talk about, right?
yes, yes, lot of things. I always tell pregnancy is an easier journey.
Yeah,
Postpartum is definitely not. And I'm not trying to scare anyone,
yeah,
but you need to prepare with
yourself.
a lot of things so
Yeah.
that you can handle yourself.
Very true, very true. Yeah. So, your final thoughts on this whole episode, like how did you feel? And it was a very normal, general conversation, but it was
Yes,
good to talk to you and get so much information about all these things.
that's
What
good.
is your final thoughts in this whole? I mean, for
As
this
I
topic
always
as such.
I always keep saying that birth is something that happens in the least expected time and the least expected way, because everybody's body is different, everybody's journey is different, and even for the same woman, two different pregnancies are not the same. So you cannot expect the same birth. So it is definitely different. So I want to tell everyone to be informed, to gain the right knowledge so they can make the right decision at the right time and
Correct.
they can be prepared. I always tell them we are only here to help you have a smooth pregnancy, an informed birth, and a very happy parenting journey.
Yeah,
So that's what we try to prepare them for. So it is always good to gain knowledge, but even knowledge needs to be evidence based and the right knowledge. Not every knowledge available online is also correct. So it is
correct.
always good to have the informed knowledge, evidence based knowledge, so that they are prepared for their birth.
Very true. And also here, listen to your intuitions as a mother, right? That is also very important.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yes,
That's
so
good.
thank you so much, Bindu, for taking so much time with so much of efforts and giving your time is very very, very precious because you're so busy with your workshops and all that. This thing was going on from such a long time and finally we did it today. And thank you so much for your time and your your information and knowledge about so many things. We will definitely talk about the postpartum episode, and also menstrual education is that is very, very important. We will cover on that topic as well. So thank you
Definitely.
so much for coming here and giving this opportunity for me. And it's a very nice thing and really very inspirational. You've come from a different field, you've come to this field, and you're doing it so well. So um, hats off to you, and more power to you. So thank you so much. And next time we will definitely do another episode on the other topics. So if today's
Definitely.
episode has helped you all for learning something new, please share it with another woman so it might be helpful for them. And thank you so much for listening. Listening for a long time. It was I think almost an hour. Uh, Thank you so much. I didn't know how the time
Thank you so
went.
much.
Yeah, thank you, Bindu. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
definitely. Thank you, Sunaina. Thank you for the opportunity. It was great talking to you. I just felt like talking to an old friend, which is
Yeah,
true.
true.
So it just made it better.
Yeah,
So definitely we'll have more such conversations with more such topics. What you're doing is really good.
thank you so much.
Continue to do it, grow, and definitely we'll learn from each other. So
Yes,
definitely it
definitely.
helps me as well.
Yes,
So that's good. So, whatever you feel, also, you can always say that. Feedback is always open. Thank you
yes,
so much for having me here. We'll definitely catch up again soon.
yes. Thank you so much, Bindu. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.